iron for the drama. Your man is a bitch and I'm itching to triumph. I'ma take his life. All these niggas wanna do is talk. Nigga, take his life. Fuck around and run into some real niggas. Take his life. Don't these niggas know it's not a game? Nigga, take his life. Make me put this bullet in your frame. Nigga, take his life. All these niggas wanna do is talk. Nigga, take his life. Fuck around and run into some real niggas. Take his life. Don't these niggas know it's not a game? Nigga, take his life. Don't make me put this bullet in your frame. Nigga, I promise to live on the side of the tracks, but witnesses frequently trading shoes for toe tags. We want war, so we coming to get it in blood, and we ain't leaving without something to put in the mud. Bleeding for your life, for more one-liners than rhyme fights. Backfire on niggas who don't handle their nine right. Shine bright, and we straight thug niggas with problems, just making it known. Long as we got them, the y'all got them. Got it? Listen, that's your brain talking to you. You did what I said you do. Look what I led you to. I'm above your hood, so I can dead you too. You living in the belly of the beast that I fed you to. I know it's cold, go to the light. They calling for you. Be a man, set an example what a baller would do. Him and all his crew can fall into the wrath of the 17-shot exposure. I told you that I'ma take his life. All these niggas wanna do is talk. Nigga, take his life. Fuck around and run into some real niggas. Take his life. Don't these niggas know it's not a game? Nigga, take his life. Make me put this bullet in your frame. Nigga, take his life. All these niggas wanna do is talk. Nigga, take his life. Fuck around and run into some real niggas. Take his life. Don't these niggas know it's not a game? Nigga, take his life. Don't make me put this bullet in your frame. Nigga, size you up 6 feet, couple inches. Sneak attack for cat who naps with slow senses. Red dot, gun cock, picture me missing. Aim precise, steady hand and start spitting. I'm hard hitting and ready to disregard living. I call life hell, I call bars prison. You all off rhythm, trying to ball with them. Worse off, trying to brawl with them. All fall victims. Slow down, guy, before your brakes fall off and you crash into something that ain't that soft. You ain't that raw, gun in your face. What's up now? Pleading to make it right. You need to say goodnight, and I'ma take his life. All these niggas wanna do is talk. Nigga, take his life. Fuck around and run into some real niggas. Take his life. Don't these niggas know it's not a game? Nigga, take his life. Make me put this bullet in your frame. Nigga, take his life. All these niggas wanna do is talk. Nigga, take his life. Fuck around and run into some real niggas. Take his life. Don't these niggas know it's not a game? Nigga, take his life. Don't make me put this bullet in your frame, nigga. Royce 5'9", few wise guy. Niggas, what? What?
Yo, ready?
Where you at, Samadan?
Walk one night, please.
Your big friend Winston of the road a chat up him out,
No star, me and them boy they are no friend. Them boy they are infam.
If I see infam pan me na quote, but me must come a road. King go tell the feds I make ganja boat, but me must come a road. Me na infam, me prefer get the port, can me must come a road. Big up the man, them pan the fort, can me must come a road. Infam I testify, if I see them, they do I see me fry. But me business man.
It starts in Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, surges down to Baltimore City, flies up to Manchester, New Hampshire, and all over the world. You're listening to XBLN Bullion Network. Join the XBLN Bullion Network Discord at discord.xblnbullionetwork.com. Chat with other listeners, talk about hot topics, and even request songs for Reverb 2.0 and the Request Songs Forum. Call the live shows at the XBLN Bullion Network studio with the on-air call-in lines and high-definition audio. Download the Discord mobile app so you can take advantage of all the high-definition call-in features. Go to discord.xblnbullionetwork.com. That's discord.xblnbullionetwork.com. Okay, radio these days is terrible. That's why you're here, because you're sick of hearing the same top 40 songs on the radio day after day, over and over again. You can support XBLN Bullion Network and the revolution in radio by liking XBLN Bullion Network on Facebook. Just go to facebook.xblnbullionetwork.com. That's facebook.xblnbullionetwork.com.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets, and they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No.
Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Did you know that XBLN Bullion Network now has a video feed on Twitch? The Twitch feed is available during our live shows here in the XBLN Bullion Network studio in Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, and during some other shows too. To get there, just go to twitch.xblnbullionetwork.com. That's twitch.xblnbullionetwork.com. And while you're there, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It will really help us out, especially if you subscribe to Amazon Prime. If you're a member of Amazon Prime and you subscribe to our Twitch, we'll get a cut of your annual membership fee. Believe it or not, this is one of the easiest and best ways you can support XBLN Bullion Network, and it doesn't cost you any extra money. Just go to twitch.xblnbullionetwork.com. That's twitch.xblnbullionetwork.com. And once you're there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It takes you 1 extra second, and the difference it makes to XBLN Bullion Network is enormous. Twitch.xblnbullionetwork.com. That's twitch.xblnbullionetwork.com. You're listening to XBLN Bullion Network at xblnbullionetwork.com. Brought to you by Bullion Media at bullionmedia.net. That's bullionmedia.net.
I let y'all see where I rest my head, cause I ain't hiding, I'ma die riding. I don't like running or jogging. I walk alone with my heat on any street. And yeah, I rob niggas, but that don't mean that I'm a thief. I'm a villain, and I hate Lil Zane. I wanna kill him. He sound like Pac, but his words got no feeling. That nigga telling lies, and I can see it in his eyes. He's a bitch in disguise, and I hate them kind guys. I don't think he gonna last that long. That 112 song he did wasn't lukewarm. It's pretty ugly, I should've been on. And now that I'm on, y'all rappers gon' hate me.
And Lil' Kim, I want you to have my baby. I'm with these streets, ain't had lately. And what a bitch need, a real nigga that'll sell weed to take care of his seed. And this rap shit, I ain't want it, but it seems I got it. So damn right, I'm trying to make a profit. This is my thugs and my bitches trying to stack G's regardless. Ready to spark shit. Desert ease with the cartridge. Robbing you guys, week later we splitting your pies. Pretty ugly on billboards. Niggas I eat with, I kill for. Yo, I'ma get more. You dudes better get yours. I'ma flip my coke indoors and bet chips on pit bulls. Rock them niggas heartless. I ain't fucking with them. They keep on rapping, watch how fast them street lights get dim. See, I only be talking, just so happen the words be rhyming. I'm hotter than what these labels signing. That's why I stopped grinding. Some people think that I don't like Puffy, but let him offer me a meal, and I would love to be his buddy. I even buy Sean John Rugby. We're at the work. I wonder what it's gonna be worth when his body is in the dirt. The A&R's at Bad Boy, they said I'm better than Shine. If they'd assigned me for 9, I would've gave my bonus to my mom. The whole thing, I could care less if my neck bling. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, mine is the chrome thing. So come on, give me a reason to start squeezing. I'ma shoot until you stop breathing and your body leaving. Zipped up in back of the corner van with your girl crying.
Damn, why he do that to my man?
He had it coming, and if he didn't, then he died for nothing. I don't be bluffing. If I aim, then I'ma hit some. My thugs and my bitches trying to stack G's regardless. Ready to spark shit. Desert ease with the cartridge. Robbing you guys. Week later, we splitting your pies. Pretty ugly on billboards. Niggas I eat with, I kill for. Yo, I'ma get more. You dudes better get yours. I'ma flip my coke indoors and bet chips on pit bulls. Rock them niggas heartless. I ain't fucking with them. They keep on rapping. Watch how fast them street lights get dim. Now, I ain't got a lot of dough, so I can't afford to be fake. What y'all ballers hate me for? Y'all make triple what I make. I wouldn't wear Versace if they paid me to do promotions. You never see me posing in some gay man clothing. A pair of Guess jeans, a low shirt, or a fresh white tee is the only thing y'all probably see on me. And I don't need no diamonds. Shit, my dick worth the same. With or without the chain, these hoes gon' give me brains. I tell them politely, y'all gotta be gay not to like me. I'm nothing like these boys. Renting whores don't excite me. Well, maybe slightly, cause I ain't got a girl or wifey. So what's $1.50? I spend the same on some Nike. Please believe it. Another thing, I'm conceited. I'm in love with myself. I'm even worse when I'm weeded. Read my lips. I am the shit. Far from a bitch, and I'll be the same when I'm rich. This to my thugs and my bitches trying to stack G's regardless. Ready to spark shit. Desert ease with the cartridge. Robbing you guys. Week later, we splitting your pies. Pretty ugly on billboards. Niggas I eat with, I kill for. Yo, I'ma get more. You dudes better get yours. I'ma flip my coke indoors and bet chips on pit bulls. Rock them niggas heartless. I ain't fucking with them. They keep on rapping. Watch how fast them street lights get dim. The ball papes, aka Pretty Ugly. Rick Regular on the beat. Game. You know how we do.
We are
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the James Journal. Welcome aboard, my dear. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. You're on the James Journal on XBLN Bully Network. On XBLNBullyNetwork.com with me, Colin James. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate it. Got a lot to go over tonight because I wasn't on the air last week because I was that Saturday night I was busy prepping for vacation. It was nice. Went to the mountains, hot tubbed it the whole time. Bikinis everywhere. It's nice. Yeah, bikinis. Might have to turn on the guy talk here a little bit. Turn on the guy talk.
Oh, yeah. Okay, ladies, if you're listening, you may want to tune out for a second, because we're definitely doing some guy talk here, okay? Yeah, I'm telling you, these babes in the hot tub, whoa, I'm telling you, so sexy. Oh, my goodness, so sexy. And when they bend over, oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. I just want to smack that booty, maybe just take some butter and just rub it all over that booty. Get it all nice and lubed up. 'Cause that's how I do it. Gotta get that booty nice and lubed up.
All right, ladies. It's probably safe to tune back in now. The guy talk's done for now. By the way, we're broadcasting live exclusively on XBLNBullyNetwork.com, and then some of our different, affiliate streams as well. We got one on Twitch at twitch.xblnbullynetwork.com. We got one at DLive. That's the new blockchain-based platform that you can find that one at dlive.xblnbullynetwork.com. Go over to our YouTube channel, and you can find our archives there of all the different James Journals and Reverb 2.0s. YouTube's taken the liberty of blocking some of our Reverb 2.0 shows, especially for, like, stupid music copyright stuff. Really, really just stupid nonsense. But some of it's still there, and some of it still exists. And I'm sorry if I still had that effect on my voice and everyone can still hear it. I could kind of hear it a little bit in my headphones. I hope it's better now. I hope you just hear my voice now. Sometimes I do that. I don't turn the knob all the way back down, so I still hear the effect in my headphones. I'll try to make sure I don't do that again. And you can go over to our YouTube channel and you can see all the archives there, and that's at youtube.xblnbullynetwork.com. Really recommend that when you're on Twitch, you smash that subscribe button. That's actually going to help us out financially. Also, check this out. If you haven't been in the Discord in the past few days, we got a tip bot in there, and this thing is awesome. Now, I don't even like crypto, but I got to say, this thing is really fucking cool, dude. This bot that we have in our Discord server, if you go over to discord.xblnbullynetwork.com, you can check it out. But you can actually pass cryptocurrency to some of the other guys in the Discord. You could pass it back and forth. You could put your money in like a wallet, like Edge Wallet or any other crypto wallet that you have, and you could download Edge Wallet easily right on your phone there because it's an app you can use. And then you could go into the Discord. You could put money in your Edge wallet and convert it to any kind of crypto. And then you could bring the crypto into the tip bot in the Discord server. And then you could start tipping the guys in the server. And it's a lot of fun. We've got a dedicated tip room there now that Hoju actually set up yesterday. So big thanks to Hoju for doing that. But you can tip whoever you want to, too. And Hoju was sending me some tips yesterday when I was doing Reverb 2.0. So if you're particularly if you're listening to Reverb 2.0 and somebody requests a song that you like or something, fucking tip them. Because basically you have the potential to go over to the Discord right now and earn free cryptocurrency from some of the other Discorders in there. So that's over at discord.xblnbullynetwork.com. Really recommend you check that out too. So I've got a lot to get into tonight, and I guess I'm going to get going into this. And, I was trying to just delay. To be honest, I was really just trying to delay this subject as long as possible because part of me doesn't even want to talk about this. Part of me feels bad about this, but the other part of me doesn't, I got that struggle going on, which happens with me sometimes. It happens when you comment a lot on political shit. That's okay. I'm used to it now, and I'm sure I'll take the backlash for all of you guys that agree with me later. Don't worry. I've been getting blackballed all week on Facebook for my political opinions, and this week I am a conservative, apparently, according to everyone that's blackballing me. This week I'm a conservative. Last week I was a liberal from the people who are blackballing me. This week I'm a conservative. They all tell me I'm the other party, and I have no idea what I am, because apparently everybody else knows better than me where I stand politically. So that's been really interesting to find out. I don't know if you've ever had somebody tell you about where you stand politically, but it's a really interesting conversation. That's really interesting to have, you know that? I don't know. I didn't think that there were any people left in the world that were that fucking arrogant, but I guess there are. And I could name a few of them by name, but I'm not going to, because that would just be mean. Plus, I feel good. Feel too good. Drinking Jaeger bombs right now, and I ate some really fucking good food too earlier. I haven't, you know, I mean, this is I always get so off track, but I haven't eaten like home cooked food in a long time, and I ate some earlier today, and it was just like the way it was just seasoned and the way it was cooked. It was just really, really good, and it just reminded me so much of my grandmother's cooking when I was a kid, and I haven't eaten it. I haven't eaten that kind of food in so long. So it was really a new experience. And you know, I hadn't eaten anything all day, so my stomach was probably a little bit, you know, compressed. So I feel like I couldn't eat as much as I normally could have had I eaten a little bit more that day and my stomach was expanded. But I still ate a good bit of it, and there was a lot of food on my fucking plate, but it was like this shrimp Alfredo pasta stuff, and it was really fucking good. And there was, and check this out. The young lady who was cooking me dinner served this with some fucking ganja butter garlic bread. check that. You like that, right? Ganja butter garlic bread. I'm not even fucking around with you. That's what it was. So that was really interesting too. But I'm going to go ahead and get into this now, because I do have some show prep, and as much as I don't want to get into this, I don't want to put it off any longer. And I have to go to break in another 5 minutes anyway, the first break. But so I don't know if any of you have heard about this fucking girl, but she's been all over the news the past couple weeks, like the past week really. Starting on, I believe it was probably Sunday night, Saturday or Sunday night, and she has been on the news pretty basically every day since. And yeah, so it's been about exactly a week now. And I'm telling you, dude, I have never seen a more fucking bratty, stuck up, ungrateful, fucking little asshole that was raised by a bunch of middle-class fucking people that fucking handed her everything on a fucking silver platter. I mean, this girl is the fucking pinnacle of this. And her name is, and I think I'm saying this correctly, Greta Thunberg. And dude, this person is a fucking brown streak on the underpants of society. I'm not fucking kidding. This person is a fucking is a blight on your existence. And this person is disgusting. This person hates you and your family and everything and freedom and everything that your family represents and what your ancestors came to this country to do. She hates all that. All of it. She just fucking hates it. She just doesn't give a shit about it. And not only that, but she thinks that because you live in America, that you are so fucking privileged that you have the fucking nerve to pollute the air of the earth without fucking caring at all how much CO2 you put in it, because apparently there's a bunch of science that says CO2 is killing the planet, even though CO2 has been here long before we were here and will be around long after we're gone. Apparently, this gas that already occurs naturally in nature, but mankind can also emit through factories and stuff, is bad for the ozone layer. Well, at least that's what we're supposed to believe, right? Those of you who know me know I'm the world's ultimate skeptic all this shit. Not on just fucking climate change, but on fucking everything in my life. I'm a skeptic on cryptocurrency, like I was just talking about. I'm a huge skeptic on. I was a skeptic on spirituality for a long time. I was a fucking atheist for a good point in my life. I mean, I'm a spiritual guy now, but I wasn't always that way. And sometimes I am wrong, and I was certainly wrong about atheism. I didn't know what a douchebag I was as an atheist. But what I can tell you is that I've known even just as long about this thing called climate change as I've known about atheism. And I've since changed my mind about atheism, but I've always been a skeptic about this climate change shit, and that's because the science that the liberals want you to see is only liberal science. It's not the science that's agreed upon about everyone. And as a matter of fact, the statistic that they like to use, that the left likes to use about climate change, let me give it to you right now. It's that 97% of climate scientists agree that man is having some effect on the Earth's climate. Climate scientists. They're saying something very specific in this statistic here. Now, I'm not sure what a climate scientist is, or let me tell you, at least I didn't at one time. But I looked on the internet, and I found out. Now, get this shit. Get ready for this, because this is going to blow your fucking mind. There is no fucking criteria to be a climate scientist. This is not a fucking profession. A climate scientist is literally anyone that has gone to sign a document that either says you agree that mankind has an effect on the global climate or you don't. Only signing that document and putting whatever you think it is, yes or no, that makes you a climate scientist. So basically what they're actually saying when they say 97% of climate scientists agree that climate change was caused by man, what they're actually saying is that 97% of people that came and signed this paper about climate change think that climate change exists. That's actually what they're telling you. So swallow that fucking dog shit for a second. I bet you didn't know that. It'd make you a little sick. It'd make you a little nauseous to know that you might have been living a fucking lie your whole time. No, I'm sorry. If you don't fucking believe me, this shit is like public. Like, I don't know why this is still like used as a fucking statistic, because you could just go onto Google and see this. Like, this isn't like hidden shit. This is shit that you can just go onto Google and find. Type in what exactly is a climate scientist and read. You'll find out. And I'm not lying. I wouldn't just go on the show and make up fucking facts. I'm not Rachel Alex Jones Maddow. And that's what I call her now, Rachel Alex Jones Maddow, because that's what she is. She's the female version of Alex Jones. And for those of you that have watched her in the past in the past 2 to 3 years, will know exactly what I'm talking about. She has become everything that she once claimed to hate, but she is, in fact, the fake news. That's exactly accurate. That's a great way to describe her. And Rachel Alex Jones Maddow is, in fact, a very fitting name for her based on her programming and her ridiculous conspiracy theories that she spits out of her butt on that show of hers. Which, by the way, don't get me wrong, I find very entertaining. I watch Rachel Maddow on YouTube, and I think it's funny. Don't get me wrong. It's good for the entertainment factor, but it's not good if you want to, like, get facts or anything like that. It's the same thing with CNN and Fox News. You know, I mean, they're good for the entertainment, but you're not going to get facts out of it. You're just going to get a bunch of opinionated bullshit. Okay, it's 11:45, so we got to go to a break. You're listening to the James Journal on XBLN Bullion Network with me, Cullen James, on XBLNBullionNetwork.com. We're talking about the climate shill right now, Greta Thunberg. We've got a lot more to talk about her, and I've got a video to play on this ridiculous patronizing ass shit she said last week, and you're going to love that. So stick around. We'll be right back after these messages. It starts in Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania. It surges down to Baltimore City. Flies up to Manchester, New Hampshire, and all over the world. You're listening to XBLN Bullion Network. Join the XBLN Bullion Network Discord at discord.xblnbullionnetwork.com. Chat with other listeners, talk about hot topics, and even request songs for Reverb 2.0 and the Request Songs Forum. Call the live shows at the XBLN Bullion Network studio with the on-air call-in lines and high-definition audio. Download the Discord mobile app so you can take advantage of all the high-definition call-in features. Go to discord.xblnbullionnetwork.com. That's discord.xblnbullionnetwork.com. discord.xblnbullionnetwork.com. We get it, okay? Radio these days is terrible. That's why you're here, because you're sick of hearing the same top 40 songs on the radio day after day, over and over again. You can support XBLN Bullion Network and the revolution in radio by liking XBLN Bullion Network on Facebook. Just go to facebook.xblnbullionnetwork.com. That's facebook.xblnbullionnetwork.com and hit the like button. It's that simple. Just take a second to do it.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. And they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting's hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F. Face drooping. A. Arm weakness. S. Speech difficulty. T. Time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No.
Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Did you know that XBLN Bullion Network now has a video feed on Twitch? The Twitch feed is available during our live shows here in the XBLN Bullion Network studio in Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, and during some other shows too. To get there, just go to twitch.xblnbullionnetwork.com. That's twitch.xblnbullionnetwork.com. And while you're there, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It will really help us out, especially if you subscribe to Amazon Prime. If you're a member of Amazon Prime and you subscribe to our Twitch, we'll get a cut of your annual membership fee. Believe it or not, this is one of the easiest and best ways you can support XBLN Bullion Network, and it doesn't cost you any extra money. Just go to twitch.xblnbullionnetwork.com. That's twitch.xblnbullionnetwork.com. And once you're there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It takes you 1 extra second, and the difference it makes to XBLN Bullion Network is enormous. Twitch.xblnbullionnetwork.com. That's twitch.xblnbullionnetwork.com. You're listening to XBLN Bullion Network at xblnbullionnetwork.com. Brought to you by Bullion Media at bullionmedia.net. That's bullionmedia.net. Yo! Welcome back to the show. You're listening to James Journal on XBLN Bullion Network. And I'm Cullen James, your host of Reverb 2.0, also where I play you the best in rock, hip-hop, and reggae from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. Yes, I'm your compact disc Casanova on Friday nights, and I'm your spiritual guide and political host on Saturday nights. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about tonight, because we're talking about Greta Thunberg, who has recently been able to make my shit list, and that's easy to do. In her defense, I mean it's easy to make my shit list. It's not exactly difficult, but the problem with her is that she's 16 and she's looking down on a bunch of people who know the world a lot better than her and aren't living in Candyland, and she's still fucking looking down on them like she's smarter than them or something. And that's where I have a fucking problem. That's where I draw issue with this. And by the way, if you want to watch the show in high definition, if you're only listening to the show on the radio stream on xblnbullyingnetwork.com, you can also watch the show, just so you know, on Twitch at twitch.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. And I really recommend you do, and I recommend you hit the follow button because we're trying to get to 50 followers right now. If you haven't followed us on Twitch, please go over there and do it. It only takes a second. When we hit 50 followers, it's going to be able to make it so we can actually be a Twitch affiliate, which is going to really help us out as far as the network goes. So please just do that. It only takes a minute, and I really appreciate that too. Also, we've got a new tip bot in the Discord, discord.xblnbullyingnetwork.com, tip.cc bot, which the guys in there are having a lot of fun playing with. It seems like you can go to the tip room, and then you can tip each other cryptocurrency and whatnot. And it's, I got to say, I'm not a fan of crypto at all, but I really like it, and it's a way to make money for the network, and Hoju and a couple other guys have already tipped me some crypto just in the past couple days since we got the bot. So we really appreciate that, and that helps us out with the network. So if nothing else, if you can't donate in any other way, if you can't be a Patreon member at patreon.xblnbullyingnetwork.com, if you can't be a Stream Elements tipper, where you tip like, $4.20, $5 usually we ask for, but you could really tip whatever you want there. If you can't do either one of those, just go into the Discord and just mess around with the tip.cc bot. Least you can do. We really appreciate that. We appreciate anything you can do. But the Dalai Lama takes a donation, right? So before we get further into this news about Greta Thunberg, and I've got a video to play of her whole speech, we've actually got Johnny Coxville from the XBLN Bullying Network Discord, and he's waiting in the on-air call-in line there. So we're gonna, and he sounds like $1 million, by the way. So that's why I'm gonna bring him on and probably let him talk for a little while because he's gonna sound good, and he's actually gonna be listenable. Whereas if you call on a phone, you probably wouldn't be able to understand him as well. But Johnny Coxville, you're on the air, my friend.
Hey CJ, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, buddy. I really appreciate you coming on the air. What were you calling in about?
Happy to be here. Well, I had a couple things I wanted to say about Greta.
Sure.
First of all, I recently watched a movie. It was the Invader Zim movie. They brought the show back on Netflix for a motion picture.
I heard about that. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard about that. They brought it along. They brought it back alongside the new Rocko's Modern Life, right?
That they did. Haven't seen that yet.
Interesting. Yeah, I've heard about it, but yeah, keep going.
Well, there's a scene where Gur, Zim, the evil alien's little robot buddy, who's kind of out there. He sings a song about world peace to get everybody to hold hands and continue singing so that Zim can lift them up into a giant wormhole and destroy the world, because that's his plan.
Okay.
And I was kind of thinking, well, Greta kind of reminds me of Gur in that scene. Like, she just kind of got a huge platform to say a bunch of shit, and people just kind of bought it up. And I'm not saying, I don't think there's some serious like evil agenda, like an alien told her to say climate change is going to kill us all or anything like that.
Sure.
But nonetheless, like it's similar.
Sure. So what you're saying is just basically the theme of this Invader Zim movie is just kind of paralleling to the reality of Greta Thunberg. Is that basically what you're saying?
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Well, cool, man. Well, do you want to dig a little bit deeper into that? Tell us a little bit more about why specifically Greta relates so much to this alien character.
Well, I'm really trying to avoid the whole like mental illness aspect of it.
Well, no.
Because,
well,
look,
I mean, we're on the air, brother. I mean, this is free speech. You can say whatever you want. If you feel like she might have a mental illness,
I'm going to have a swing, and if I get a hit, if I get a bunt, or I get a miss, so be it. Thing is, Gur's brain is made of lint and paper clips.
Okay.
He's not always there.
Sure.
When he's there, he his eyes turn red and he does his job.
Mm-hmm.
This Greta girl is diagnosed with Asperger's.
That's what I hear. Yeah, and I was going to talk about that later in the show. Yeah.
And the thing about people with Asperger's is that, and this is coming from someone who's really been around the mental health community, not always as a doctor, sometimes as a patient even.
Uh-huh.
The thing is, a lot of those people will say the wrong things because they cannot express their emotions properly.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that, and I didn't even, to be in her defense, when I was saying a bunch of nasty things about her, I didn't know she had Asperger's. I thought she was just a sociopath, and I'm just gonna talk about that later. So I appreciate you being the interlude into that, but
No
yeah,
worries, man.
but yeah, at the same time, it's interesting that you bring that up because I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, who is a prominent member actually of the LRN.FM Discord, and I'm not gonna say, and I'm not gonna say his name or anything, just because he might not want me to. But this, but he's a friend of the show here at the James Journal as well. I mean, and you know, so we're on good terms with each other. So he felt confident enough in me to say the other day when all this was going on, he felt confident enough to message me and say, you know, I have Asperger's, and for that person to use Asperger's as a defense for saying all that nonsense is a bunch of bullshit. That's basically what he told me. And and to be honest, I mean, and not saying that you're wrong or anything like that, but I believe him though. I mean, and I'm not saying that there probably aren't some people that have like worse Asperger's than maybe like other people do, but man, it was just like watching a super melodramatic scene from a 9th grade drama class. I'm not gonna lie, and it was so fitting because she's 16, so that makes sense to me.
Well, the thing is, I read that she first found out about climate change when she was 8, and that's a little bit late, but around nonetheless the same age that a lot of people on the autism spectrum get their thing. And if for anybody not familiar, a thing to an autistic person is sort of like a comfort zone to them. It's also something that they kind of sometimes lash out about. Like I had a friend, he was autistic, very sweet kid, honestly pretty smart in a lot of ways. His thing was Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. Really wanted to be Vegeta, really wanted to have Vegeta toys, that kind of thing. This girl's thing is climate change. It's like sometimes, you know, the stereotype is sometimes like Sonic the Hedgehog or trains. Somehow those got popular, but yeah, that's every person on the autism spectrum seems to have a thing, and that's this girl's is climate change.
Sure, that's really interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it doesn't surprise me, but yeah, well, that's a pretty good observation. Well, hey, Johnny Coxville, thanks for the call. I was really observant. You got anything else?
Yeah, I guess just to kind of wrap it up is, you know, she got sort of a obsession with climate change. Might have even found out about it like the wrong way. You see, when I was a kid, I had a friend named Marquisi, and he told me the sun's going to explode in 6 billion years. I didn't have a comprehension of how long 6 billion years is, so I just kind of thought, oh well, the sun's going to blow up, nothing matters anymore. Right. She might have heard about climate change in the same way.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, just like developed like almost like an irrational kind of fear, just to, you know, it's like that brain vacuum thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's very possible, but I still don't know if that's any excuse for her to just. I think what she needs is therapy. I think, I mean, she can blame her Asperger's all she wants to, and she can blame the people around her for not cleaning up the environment. But I really think that if she wants to do something about it, she should go to therapy, because that's personal responsibility, and her parents certainly can do that too. So thank you so much for the call tonight, Johnny Coxville. Really appreciate it. Johnny Coxville, everybody. One of the new loyal members in our Discord at discord.xblnbulliennetwork.com. And you can earn some free money in that Discord right now. As I said, I mean, people might even tip Johnny Coxville for all I know. They might like his call, and they might throw him some money in crypto. Who knows? That's because that's the way the bot works. You can just tip anybody you want there. It's pretty fun. But cool. So let's go ahead. Actually, before I talk any more about this, I do want to watch this video, because the video is pretty funny. And I'll try to like stop it periodically and comment on it. But you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll even put the video up on the Twitch feed. So if you're watching the Twitch feed, you should be able to see it right there. But this here is Greta Thunberg addressing the UN, I think just about a week ago. And listen to this fucking complete bullshit crap bile that is spewing out of our fucking mouth with this trash. Listen to this.
My message is that we'll be watching you.
Okay, well, first of all, that's a really stupid thing to open up with. Let me just like stop her right there and just say that's really stupid. I mean, if you're gonna like address a bunch of people who you're trying to get them to change their minds, you should start out by complimenting them, despite how much you hate them. That's what I would do. Even if I hated them like shit, even if I thought they were biggest pieces of shit, I'd still compliment them. So that shows her maturity level right there. But let's just keep going. Oh, yeah, great. And let's give her a round of applause at the beginning for being stupid. Okay, let's keep going.
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet, you all come to us young people for hope.
Okay, so we come to you young people for hope. Nice. Okay, Greta. And by the way, I froze that. I froze the screen on a great frame, because the face that she's making in this frozen frame, I think, really represents her personality, or if not her personality, at the very least her mood at that specific moment. But but I'm gonna add too, it's a really stupid look. It just kind of looks, just makes you want to tell her to shut up regardless of what she's saying. So it's not helping her cause. But yeah, this is what I mean by a bunch of just melodramatic bullshit. I mean, it's super melodramatic. It's like going into a 9th grade fucking drama class and watching the worst fucking actress in there just fucking try to do Shakespeare or something already super melodramatic, and she's way out playing it. She should have taken film acting lessons, not fucking Broadway acting lessons. She's way overplaying it. It's disgusting in my opinion.
How dare you?
How dare you?
You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet...
What does that mean? We stolen her childhood with our empty words? What the fuck does that even mean? Half the shit that she's saying in here, I'm just like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? And by the way, we stole her childhood. Okay, I got a few issues with that. First of all, she can fuck right off with that bullshit because first of all, nobody fucking twisted her arm to fucking be there, and certainly I fucking didn't. I didn't twist her arm to fucking come over there, come overseas, and skip school and do all that fucking nonsense. She did that to herself. So for her to start blaming fucking everybody in the United States because fucking she made a choice to probably accept a 5-figure consulting fee from the federal government and take a 2-week vacation off of work and then act like she fucking hates everybody because of it, that is the most stuck-up, bratty, bullshitty fucking thing I've ever heard. And this is why you should fucking hate this person. This is why you should think that this person is a piece of trash. This person is a piece of shit. If I acted like that when I was fucking 16, my father would have fucking kicked my ass, and rightfully fucking so, because I'd be acting like a little shithead. This person is the fucking pinnacle of stuck-up, middle-class, fucking handed everything to on a silver platter fucking existence, and I would fucking love to see this fucking little girl lecture the fucking people of Baltimore for their non-environmentally friendly use of straws when all most of them can afford is fucking fast food every day. I would fucking love to see her go and fucking lecture those people of Baltimore about their fucking non-environmentally friendly straw uses. Fucking little ungrateful bitch! So let's keep watching this. I'm sorry, I'm getting heated here.
I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying.
Who has died, by the way? That's another question I've got. Has anyone died from global warming yet? Has the weather gotten so hot that somebody's fucking died? Could somebody point that out to me? This magical, this place on the earth where people have fucking died because the weather's too hot? I had no idea that this fucking place existed, but apparently it does. If somebody wants to point it out to me, I'd gladly look at it.
Entire ecosystems are collapsing.
What ecosystem is collapsing? That's another thing that I want to know. Specifically, I don't know. I didn't know that any ecosystem specifically was collapsing around the world. It's funny how she just says that, but doesn't name what specific one. That's really fucking interesting. So let's keep going.
We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
What a bunch of fucking nonsense. Well, I gotta hand it to her one thing. They do talk about fairy tales of eternal economic growth. The bubble's gonna pop one of these days, but I don't think that's what she was talking about, though. She just happened to accidentally get that one right, I think. Yeah, but I'm sorry, little douchebag, little stuck-up cunt. Nobody can bankrupt the fucking world economy just because you're afraid that, just because you've been fear-mongered to the point where you think the world's gonna end. Like everybody, like all the cultists thought the world was gonna end in 2012. I'm sorry, we can't just give you $42 trillion for being a cultist.
For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear.
And by the way, this gets way better. We haven't even started, by the way. There's still another 3 minutes left of this video. I'm sorry to say. I've already gotten so heated about this and so steamed up that there's still another fucking 3 minutes left of this video. I really apologize to my viewers who have to fucking sit through this, and you know, I hope you're not on acid because you might be having a bad trip right now. But let's keep watching this trash.
How dare you continue to look away and come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight?
What the fuck is she talking about? The politics needed for what? And by the way, if she ever got the politics that she wanted, would it actually be a fucking enough? I mean, would $42 trillion... would that actually be enough to satisfy them when it's all said and done? Because these are estimates, by the way. So we could go ahead and improve $42 trillion, but I'm not even sure if that's going to cut it. I don't think it's going to. I don't think any of the people that make more than $30,000 a year are going to be off the hook. I don't think it's going to happen.
You say you hear us and that you understand the urgency. But no matter how sad and angry I am, I do not want to believe that.
Yeah, no matter how sad and angry you are, you don't want to believe it. You're a fucking self-righteous little fucking douchebag cunt. I fucking hate this person. How fucking self-righteous is that? Did you hear that shit? You know, it was all about her. It's all about you. It's all about me, me, me. I don't want to believe that. I don't want to do this right now. It's all about me, me, me. Yeah, that you sound like a fucking typical stuck-up little 16-year-old. You know that? You sound... I mean, I'm sure I was bad when I was 16, but my parents were divorced, so I was... Oh, I'm sorry, though. That doesn't count. I still got too much white male privilege. And her parents are together, I'm sure. But no, I mean, you know, my parents were divorced, and you know, I was a fucking, you know, little asshole student, you know, getting C's and fucking, you know, smoking pot and doing that. But yeah, I was so privileged, though. Because that's me. Fucking little asshole. All right, let's just keep watching this clip. I'm trying not to get too heated and start screaming again. I'm in a studio next to a neighbor. I'm in a town of...
Because if you really understood the situation and still kept on failing to act, then you would be evil, and that I refuse to believe.
Yep, all about her. She refuses to believe it. We're not evil. We're just really, really stupid, and she's just so much smarter than us.
The popular idea of cutting our emissions in half in 10 years only gives us a 50% chance of staying below 1.5 degrees and the risk of setting off irreversible chain reactions beyond human control.
Oh my god, well that was a bunch of fucking shill nonsense, tomfoolery bullshit, wasn't it? Which one of your fucking parents told you that, gave you that line to memorize? And I'm wondering which one of these quote-unquote climate scientists gave it to them.
50% may be acceptable to you, but those numbers do not include tipping points, most feedback loops, additional warming hidden by toxic air pollution, or the aspects of equity and climate justice.
Climate justice? Did you know that was a thing? Climate justice? I'm not sure what I know what that is. Climate justice. That's the first time I've ever heard that. Climate justice. Do you guys in the Discord know what that means? If you guys know what climate justice means in the Discord, go ahead and drop it in there, because I'd like to know. Maybe one of you guys know. I'm not sure. But I've never heard of that. It sounds like she just made it fucking up on the spot, but maybe that is a thing. I'm not sure.
They also rely on my generation sucking hundreds of billions of tons of your CO2 out of the air with technologies that barely exist. So a 50% risk is simply not acceptable to us, we who have to live with the consequences.
Yeah, these consequences. I'm wondering when these consequences are going to take place. And what I guess they're talking about in that the now cliche, and I'm sorry because that's what it is, the now cliche 12 years. We have 12 years to fix our problems. I wonder where they get that figure, 12 years. I wonder what's going to happen in 12 years and the world's still here and everybody's still breathing. And are they going to say, "Oh, well, we meant another 12 years"? I mean, I'm just wondering what's going to happen.
To have a 67% chance of staying below a 1.5 degrees of global temperature rise, the best odds given by
this. I'm going to remind everyone, by the way, all this fear mongering from the climate fucking cultists. It all sounds awfully similar to the fucking acid rain cultists in the 80s and 90s, doesn't
the IPCC. The world had 420 gigatons of CO2 left to emit back on January 1st, 2018. Today, that figure is already down to less than 350 gigatons. How dare you pretend that this
350 gigatons? How dare you?
This can be solved with just business as usual and some technical solutions. With today's emissions levels, that remaining CO2 budget will be entirely gone within less than 8.5 years.
By the way, I wonder how you get a gigaton of gas, because a metric ton is 2,000 pounds. So I'm wondering how heavy, I'm wondering how big 2,000 pounds of gas is. like that must be enormous.
There will not be any solutions or plans presented in line with these figures here today.
Did she say placented? Placented.
Because these numbers are too uncomfortable, and you are still not mature enough to tell it like it is. You are failing us, but the young people are starting to understand your betrayal.
By the way, I also want to say that I haven't failed anybody. I haven't fucking done anything, actually, and I don't even fucking litter ever either. I actually just put my garbage in the garbage can and take it out to the trash, and I have a car that is from 2010 and it doesn't pollute, and I just know that because there's no way a car from 2010 pollutes. So I just want to say that I actually don't do any of the nonsense that she's talking about. I actually have no idea what she's talking about.
The eyes of all future generations are upon you. And if you choose to fail us, I say we will never forgive you.
Stop for applause. Stop for applause. Nice one, Greta. Well, she sure has mastered the art of performance art, hasn't she?
We will not let you get away with this. Right here, right now, is where we draw the line.
Right now, right here, right now.
Is waking up. And change is coming, whether you like it or not.
Oh, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. I wonder what that means. Actually, let me just tell you what that actually means, because I think I actually have a pretty good idea, and I'll explain it to you right now. When she says that change is coming, she actually means that she is going to use force. She's going to get men with guns to come up to you and use force against you to force you to go with her plan. And if you don't like it, there's going to be some consequences. And let me tell you, those consequences may be violent. And I'm not fucking around. Trust me, I've been the butt of this violence before the government. It's not pleasant. It's scary. You don't want to deal with it either. It's 12:15. We're way past due for a break here, so we're going to go to one in a minute. Actually, right now. You'll listen to James' Journal on XBLN Bully Network. We're going to be calling James on XBLNBullyNetwork.com. Stick around. We'll be right back. It starts in Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, surges down to Baltimore City, flies up to Manchester, New Hampshire, and all over the world. You're listening to XBLN Bullying Network. Join the XBLN Bullying Network Discord at discord.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. Chat with other listeners, talk about hot topics, and even request songs for Reverb 2.0 and the Request Songs Forum. Call the live shows at the XBLN Bullying Network studio with the on-air call-in lines and high-definition audio. Download the Discord mobile app so you can take advantage of all the high-definition call-in features. Go to discord.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. That's discord.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. discord.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. We get it, okay? Radio these days is terrible. That's why you're here, because you're sick of hearing the same top 40 songs on the radio day after day, over and over again. You can support XBLN Bullying Network and the revolution in radio by liking XBLN Bullying Network on Facebook. Just go to facebook.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. That's facebook.xblnbullyingnetwork.com and hit the like button. It's that simple. Just take a second to do it.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. And they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F. Face drooping. A. Arm weakness. S. Speech difficulty. T. Time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No.
Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Did you know that XBLN Bullying Network now has a video feed on Twitch? The Twitch feed is available during our live shows here in the XBLN Bullying Network studio in Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, and during some other shows too. To get there, just go to twitch.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. That's twitch.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. And while you're there, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It will really help us out, especially if you subscribe to Amazon Prime. If you're a member of Amazon Prime and you subscribe to our Twitch, we'll get a cut of your annual membership fee. Believe it or not, this is one of the easiest and best ways you can support XBLN Bullying Network, and it doesn't cost you any extra money. Just go to twitch.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. That's twitch.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. And once you're there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It takes you 1 extra second, and the difference it makes to XBLN Bullying Network is enormous. Twitch.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. That's twitch.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. You're listening to XBLN Bullying Network at xblnbullyingnetwork.com. brought to you by Bullion Media at bullionmedia.net. That's bullionmedia.net. What up? We're back. Thanks for tuning back in. Appreciate you sticking around. You're on the James Journal on XBLN Bullion Network, exclusively on XBLNBullionNetwork.com with me, Cullen James. And we're getting drunk and talking shit. That's what we do best here, right? And I'd like to thank my loyal listeners, by the way, especially my loyal listeners in the Discord. The Discord is lighting up tonight. If you're not in our Discord, you seriously don't know what you're missing. We have a great time in there, and I can even pull up the chat right here. Check it out. Yeah, and as you can see, Johnny Coxville left the last comment. I complimented him on his call before we hung up there, and he just told me, solid commentary on my end. Johnny Coxville is one of the new rising stars in our Discord. He's definitely got one of the funnier names over there, Johnny Coxville. I believe, yes, that is a play off the name Johnny Knoxville, but he calls himself Johnny Coxville. And you can talk to Johnny Coxville over in the Discord. He's a real funny guy. Discord.xblnbullionetwork.com. Please become a Patreon. This is the part of the show where I beg for money. If you have not donated, I recommend you do. Go on over to xblnbullionetwork.com and scroll down on the page, and there's a couple ways you can donate right there. There's two buttons. There's a button for our Patreon page, which is the best way to donate, which is the way I most recommend you donate. And let me explain what you can do. If you go ahead and subscribe to a Patreon, you get a couple exclusive things that other people don't get. The first thing you get is you get access to one of the special rooms in our Discord chat, the patrons only Discord chat room there, and that's only for Patreon members only and moderators. And then you also get exclusive access to the now closed group XBLN Bullion Network, the Somalia Club. And we update you with a lot of really interesting news over there, a lot of really interesting anarchist, libertarian leaning news, as well as other funny shit and anarchist propaganda. So if you're not a member of the Somalia Club, I really recommend you become one, because there's a lot of really funny and interesting articles that go in that group. And you can become a part of the Somalia Club simply by becoming a Patreon member. You can go to patreon.xblnbullionetwork.com. And we just ask for $5 a month from you. It's really easy. Here's the other thing, and I haven't said this yet, but I really want to stress this because I want everyone to know this. Once we reach 20 Patreon subscribers, that's $100 a month. Once we reach 20 Patreon subscribers, I will be personally starting a weekly mini podcast. I'm going to do it every week. It's going to be exclusive to the Patreon members. I'm going to post it in the Discord, the Patreon only Discord, so that all the Patreon members can exclusively go in there and listen to the mini podcast, and that'll be very exclusive to the community. So once we get 20 people signed up for that Patreon list, that's when we're doing the mini podcast. And we already got Wes. And I think Hoju said he was very interested in becoming a subscriber as well, so we might be able to expect Hoju as well. And we're hoping so. And if you listen to this program and you like what you're hearing and you think it's interesting and you really haven't heard anything like it before, then please become a Patreon member because it really helps us out. So let's get back into the show prep because I still have quite a bit left to go through. So as I've already talked about, I've been sort of blackballed this past week by people calling me a conservative wrongfully, people that really don't know me or don't know my political opinions or think that for some reason I lean conservatively when of course I rip on Donald Trump plenty on this show and rip on the conservatives plenty on this show, and people hear me tonight. I just happen to be ripping on the liberals because of this climate change issue, but I rip on the conservatives all the time. And for those of you loyal listeners, I mean, you know that already. But But on the other hand, I do think the Democrats are in a period where it might be the Democratic winter, you might call it. There seems to be an exodus from the Democratic Party right now as they're moving further and further left. And who can blame them? I mean, you know, a liberal just used to be someone back when, at least when I was a teenager, and I self-described as a liberal. A liberal just used to be for someone who is for social equality. I don't think that's the case anymore. Now a liberal has changed into something completely different than that. I'm not even sure what a liberal is now. But that's what a liberal used to be. But we don't have that right now. But let's go back into the articles here. So I've got an article about actually Greta Thunberg's Asperger's, and I really appreciate Johnny Coxwell calling in the last segment and bringing this up because this is really interesting. So for those of you that don't know and have listened to the last clip, or maybe you didn't listen to the last clip and you're just tuning in, this person acts really weird. She acts super melodramatic, and at first, it just seems really sociopathic because, I mean, if you didn't see the last clip, it was just 4 minutes of her talking down on people that she doesn't know at all and basically thinking that she's smarter than them and better than them, and just 4 minutes of just yelling at them, saying how dare them for hurting her and doing all these things. And it's and all these people, of course, are like, I don't even fucking know you. What are you talking about? But you know, how profoundly patronizing was that last fucking speech of hers? It was so fucking patronizing. Oh my God, dude. Like, can you imagine having somebody talk down on you like that? Especially when you haven't done anything to them. I mean, it's so ridiculous. She's yelling at the United Nations. What have the United Nations people done? They're just a bunch of fucking, you know, diplomats that get together in a room and fucking discuss foreign policy. So she's directing her anger at all the wrong people. If she wants to direct her anger at people that are polluting, the Chinese government and their factories are probably polluting the most in the world from what I understand, so maybe she should be turning her anger on them. Certainly not in America, where we all do our best to keep our air clean, and we do a really good job of it, and that's why our country looks a lot better in most places. But of course, she, who probably comes from a filthier country, is going to come over here and lecture us about keeping our planet clean. Which is really fucking hilarious, by the way. That's fucking hilarious. What a stuck-up little turd. She is the definition of a fucking stuck-up little turd. But yeah, apparently I caught a bunch of shit because that last for calling out that last speech for what it was, which is sociopathic, and I'm catching shit for it because apparently I wrote on Facebook I didn't know she had Asperger's, which I didn't at the time. I genuinely just thought that this person was that sociopathic as she was in her speech. I come to find out that maybe she's got like some sort of mental disorder or something. But look, that's no fucking excuse. And as I said in the last break, I'm sorry, in the last segment, I have a friend that messaged me in the heat of all this and says this Asperger's excuse is bullshit for this. It's such a cop-out. And I agree with him, and I believe him. I have no reason to disbelieve him. He knows more about Asperger's than I do. And probably more about she does. It wouldn't surprise me if this person actually doesn't have Asperger's. If this was just a way to... if this was just trying to, like a publicity stunt to divert attention... That wouldn't surprise me at all these days because half this shit is fucking conspiracy theory. Right, Rachel Alex Jones, man. So, the title of this article that I posted and said I didn't know she had Asperger's, I thought she was just sociopathic too, is called Greta Thunberg says haters attacking her Asperger's have nowhere left to go. I don't know what that means. Maybe that means she's gonna hunt them down and kill them. I don't know. Let's read a little bit and see how entertaining this article is. And if it's fucking boring, then we'll just fucking move on. But I have a feeling it could be a little bit funny. So let's go ahead and watch this. So champions of Greta Thunberg and the 16-year-old climate activist herself hit back against malicious right-wing bullies over the weekend as she called her Asperger's syndrome diagnosis a superpower. Okay, well, you can call it whatever you want. That's fine. You want to call it a superpower. That's fine. And her defenders said there is but one reason that people attack the person who has galvanized the global climate strike movement. They are afraid of her. Well, I gotta say, yeah, I am afraid of her. I'm afraid that people are gonna get on board with these crazy fucking ideas and bankrupt the world economy. I'm totally afraid of that. If that's what you're if that's what you're talking about, yes. And I think that any fucking sane person should be fucking afraid of that, because the global economy collapsing now is far scarier than the world might ending because of some fake pseudoscience in 12 years. But let's keep reading. Here's an interesting quote. This is a quote that's actually in quotation marks in the article. So I don't know who's saying this. Maybe, oh yeah. It says this is a quote from British political columnist activist Owen Jones. So I'm sure it's just some some editorialist who just editorializes on a bunch of shit. But this is what this quote says. The bile thrown at Greta Thunberg is motivated by one thing alone. This incredibly intelligent, eloquent, and compassionate 16-year-old has terrified some of the most hateful and reactionary so-called grown-ups on Earth. She's achieved more at age 16 than they ever will. Well, I don't know about that. I'm starting my own business where I'm actually I have started my own business and been pretty successful at it so far. Actually fucking growing people's businesses with marketing and doing it voluntarily and not forcing them to give me their money, but in fact sitting down with them and talking to them and listening to them, and then actually they want to give me their money so I can help them grow their business. So that's actually what I've done in my lifetime. It seems like all she's done is just scream and talk down to people and advocate to have people's money stolen. That's all that I can see, but let's keep reading. And be stuck up. But let's keep reading. Follow her recent arrival in the U.S. to attend rallies outside the United Nations to promote a week of international climate strike action taking place from September 20 through 27. Thunberg on Saturday suggested that a fresh wave of criticism directed at her from climate science denialists, and I guess that's me, a climate science denialist. Anybody that denies climate science is a denialist and potentially even a conspiracy theorist, and that's just what you're labeled if you disagree with the mainstream narrative these days, unfortunately. And trust me, I've been the butt of that quite a bit. But not only climate science denialists, but also right wingers, because it's the right, the fucking right, man. Those fucking writers, those right fucking assholes, those right faggots. Those right-winging faggots. No, I'm just kidding. Shouldn't say that F word. Hurts people's feelings. It's bad. Let's keep going. Those right-wingers, including those mocking her Asperger's diagnosis, exposes much more about them than her. And once again, by the way, like I said in the post, I had no idea she had Asperger's. I just thought she was sociopathic. But I guess if I think she's sociopathic because I don't know that she has that disease, I guess that's being prejudiced against people with Asperger's. Because, you should really be more tolerant of things that you have no fucking idea about. That's what she wants. That's what Greta Thunberg wants you to do. And here's a tweet from Greta Thunberg, who, by the way, at age 16 has a verified Twitter account. So this, I'm sure the people at Twitter had no issue getting her verified right away. Here's what it says. This is what her tweet says. When haters go after your looks and differences, her looks. And by the way, I guess the looks thing. There is a meme that's going around that is kind of mean, but at the same time just a little bit funny about how she looks like she has fetal alcohol syndrome. I don't want to laugh at it too much because it is kind of mean, but at the same time, I can understand why people. I mean, it's a meme, Memes are funny, traditionally. Anyway, when haters go after your looks and differences, it means they have nowhere left to go. And then you're winning! ! I have Asperger's, and that means I have Asperger's, and sometimes that means I'm sometimes a bit different from the norm. Thanks for letting us know that. Asperger's means you're different than normal. And given the right circumstances, being different is a superpower, and it's hashtagged ASPIE, whatever that means, power. Asperger's, I guess. Aspie power, Asperger's power. I guess that was what it means. Hashtag Aspie power. So that was a pretty funny tweet. I mean, I don't know. I mean, more power to her, I guess, if she, she's standing up for herself that way. I think it's, I could see how it'd be funny for both sides. I could see how Greta Thunberg probably feels clever putting out a tweet like that, snapping back, you know what I'm saying? So this says, I have Asperger's, and that means I'm sometimes a bit different from the norm. Yeah, that's so funny. I didn't know that. Did you know that? I didn't fucking know. I have Asperger's, and that means I have these turds in my underwear. Asperger's. Would you like me to put one of my Asperger's in a bun so you can eat it? Might taste chocolatey. This is another quote here. Quote, I'm not public about my diagnosis to hide behind it. But because I know many ignorant people still see it as an illness or something negative. I don't fucking know what it is. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what Asperger's is, and I really don't fucking care. I'm not gonna lie. And believe me, my diagnosis has limited me before. She says it has limited her. I don't know. She doesn't say why, but I guess maybe it's limited her social skills or something. God only fucking knows. Let's keep reading. She disdains celebrity. She makes no claim to heroism. She rebuffs efforts to idolize her. She isn't calculating or preoccupied with fame or ego. Oh, really? Are you fucking sure about that? It seems like she's pretty preoccupied with fame or ego to me. That's what it fucking sounds like. Maybe I'm wrong. There was no artifice about that. She speaks plainly without affection or embroidery. In words and deeds, Thunberg is the embodiment of philosopher Howard Zinn admonition. We don't have to engage in grand heroic actions to participate in the process of change. Small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can quietly become a power no government can suppress, a power that can transform the world. This is all a bit corny, isn't it? Isn't it all a bit just corny and just kind of like heartwarming and just touchy-feely sort of bullshit? I have a feeling that's how they do it too. They'll pander to your emotions. It's all just, but really, there's really no substance to it though. It's just a bunch of touchy-feely shit. I don't even want to hear it. Maybe I'm just so immune to it because dude, I'm so glad I got rid of that's why I got rid of cable years ago, because I knew I was going to get brainwashed by this kind of shit. And I got rid of my fucking cable connection. And thank fucking God I did too. It would have been so much worse if I hadn't. Fucking cable television. It'll fucking rot your brain, I'm telling you. Don't fall for that shit. It's fucking bad. Not good. Not good. You are on the James Journal with me, Cullen James. We're probably going to take a little break because, we're a little bit past due, and I get fucking winded sometimes. But stick around. We'll be right back. Still got some more to talk about. I've been broadcasting for an hour and 10 minutes now. We still got some show prep, so stick around. You're on XBLN, Bullying Network. It starts in Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, surges down to Baltimore City, flies up to Manchester, New Hampshire, and all over the world. You're listening to XBLN Bullying Network. Join the XBLN Bullying Network Discord at discord.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. Chat with other listeners, talk about hot topics, and even request songs for Reverb 2.0 and the Request Songs Forum. Call the live shows at the XBLN Bullying Network studio with the on-air call-in lines and high-definition audio. Download the Discord mobile app so you can take advantage of all the high-definition call-in features. Go to discord.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. That's discord.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. discord.xblnbullyingnetwork.com. We get it, okay? Radio these days is terrible. That's why you're here, because you're sick of hearing the same top 40 songs on the radio day after day, over and over again. You can support XBLN Bullion Network and the revolution in radio by liking XBLN Bullion Network on Facebook. Just go to facebook.xblnbullionnetwork.com. That's facebook.xblnbullionnetwork.com and hit the like button. It's that simple. Just take a second to do it.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. And they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F. Face drooping. A. Arm weakness. S. Speech difficulty. T. Time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No.
Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Did you know that XBLN Bullion Network now has a video feed on Twitch? The Twitch feed is available during our live shows here in the XBLN Bullion Network studio in Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, and during some other shows too. To get there, just go to twitch.xblnbullionnetwork.com. That's twitch.xblnbullionnetwork.com. And while you're there, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It will really help us out, especially if you subscribe to Amazon Prime. If you're a member of Amazon Prime and you subscribe to our Twitch, we'll get a cut of your annual membership fee. Believe it or not, this is one of the easiest and best ways you can support XBLN Bullion Network, and it doesn't cost you any extra money. Just go to twitch.xblnbullionnetwork.com. That's twitch.xblnbullionnetwork.com. And once you're there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It takes you 1 extra second, and the difference it makes to XBLN Bullion Network is enormous. Twitch.xblnbullionnetwork.com. That's twitch.xblnbullionnetwork.com. You're listening to XBLN Bullion Network at xblnbullionnetwork.com. Brought to you by Bullion Media at bullionmedia.net. That's bullionmedia.net. Welcome back. You're listening to James Journal with me, Cullen James, on XBLN Bullion Network, exclusively on xblnbullionnetwork.com, where you can go and smash those social media buttons over there, because there's 3 of them on the site there. And if you actually follow us on all 3 of them, I'd really appreciate that. It's really going to help us out. And you know, I mean, it's the ones that everybody uses. It's like Facebook, Instagram, and fucking Twitter. So just take a second to go over to the XBLN website and click on those social media buttons and make sure you follow us. That'll really help us out. Also, make sure, if you have not, you subscribe to our Patreon, because that's gonna do us a huge solid. So just so you guys know, if we get one more Patreon member, all our server costs for the month are going to be covered. So that's how close we are to that. So if you really want to be the guy that puts us over that limit and puts us like even, so like we're not really losing any money, but we're not making money obviously, but we're not losing any money, then you're going to be that guy. You're going to be that hero. So that spot is still up for grabs, and we only need one more guy, and we will be breaking even. XBLN Bully Network will be fully listener funded at that point. So if you want, you can go over to subscribe to the Patreon. You can go to patreon.xblnbullynetwork.com. It's $5 a month. You can earn your credit card, and that's going to dramatically help us out. So I really appreciate that. So we still got a little bit of show prep still to get into. And, man, I came super prepared for the show. And I didn't have a lot of time to prepare for the show tonight, but I got it together pretty quick. So I'm pretty impressed with I want to give myself a nice pat on the back there for that. So here's something interesting. So one person, and like I said, I'm not going to name any names, and it's a person I particularly like to, actually, who I'm particularly close to. But after I put this mean post about Greta Thunberg up on Facebook, just saying that I thought she was sociopathic and I didn't know she had Asperger's, somebody posted this article on that thread on my Facebook account, and this is what this article is called. Oh my God! Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I got to stop the show here. I just got an email. I just got an alert saying that Johnny Coxville has become a Patreon member. All right, yay! We have hit the goal, ladies and gentlemen. XBLN Bullion Network has become listener-funded. Fully listener-funded, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Coxville is our newest Patreon subscriber. Johnny Coxville, thank you so much. Everybody, hand it to Johnny Coxville in that Discord. Discord.xblnbullynetwork.com. Johnny Coxville made the fucking day today. He's the fucking hero. Everybody congratulate him because it's all about him, dude. Johnny Coxville's the newest Patreon subscriber, and he just put us over the limit. So thank you, Johnny Coxville, for making us now fully listener-funded. And that message just popped up on my screen while I was doing the show. So that's great. And I hope I don't have a neighbor knocking on my wall right now. I think that's what I just heard. I hope that's not what that was. Anyway, let's talk about this article here, because this article is called "Why is Greta Thunberg so triggering for certain men?" And so why is she so triggering for certain men? And this person put this article under my thread on Facebook. So I guess she was inferring that I'm triggered by this person, which I guess I kind of am. She certainly pisses me off. I'm not going to lie about that. But not for the reasons that it details in this article, and I'm going to explain why. So here's something. Here's an interesting quote from this article. That's just all about why apparently Greta Thunberg is so triggering for certain men. It says, some of the criticism leveled at Thunberg is astonishing. It is the most vicious and the most fatuous kind of playground bullying. So I don't know what they're talking about. I haven't fucking bullied her. I didn't do anything. I don't know who's bullying this person. They're talking about these people bullying them. All I did was just post that she's sociopathic on Facebook, first of all, and I think she is. But I also don't know who these other bullies are, with the exception of the people who might be making fun of her looks, which is, not nice. I mean, of course you don't need to bring her looks into this. Regardless if it might be a funny joke or whatever, of course you don't need to. But as far as just calling her sociopathic, I mean, she's the one that chose to get up on the stage and talk about fucking, climate change and talk down to a bunch of people and act like a fucking asshole. So I think she should be blaming herself for that personally. But I have to move on now because I do want we're coming up on an hour and a half of broadcasting, and I still have to get to this Ukraine stuff. And I could just go on all night just talking about this person. I mean, she's just that despicable of a young lady, and she really needs to straighten out her fucking attitude, and she really needs to fucking get a life and just fucking read an economics book and just learn how the fucking world works and just understand that the world doesn't fucking revolve around her. So that's what she needs to do. But let's go ahead and move on to this Ukraine situation. So this is what's going on with Ukraine, for those of you that don't know. And I'm going to try to sum this up to the best of my knowledge, because to be honest, I'm not even sure if I'm fully previewed to what's going on here in this Ukraine situation, and I'm pretty sure I am. But the problem is, if this is really what I think it is, if what I'm hearing is what it is, then the Democrats would have been way better off using the fact that Trump had obstructed in the Russia investigation as impeachment than this incident. But this is what's going on. The Democrats found out through a whistleblower, apparently somebody who worked in the Trump administration, that Trump had reached out to the president of Ukraine and basically said, you should look into Joe Biden's son, who had been investigated during his tenure as vice president. Actually, his son was Hunter Biden, who worked for this oil company and had no experience working for the oil company, and he had no experience working in that industry, and he was making like $50 million a year, like some absurd amount of money, and he was on the board of this thing. And there was an investigation underway into this because nobody knew why this kid was sitting on this board when he had no experience. So there was a prosecutor in Ukraine at the time who was investigating this. At that point, Joe Biden had actually intervened and got that prosecutor who was investigating Hunter, his son, fired. And this was all while Joe Biden was the vice president. So this was years ago. So that went away because of Joe Biden's political policies, I guess. But it's coming back up now because I guess Trump, to get some information, the Democrats say it's to get information on his opponents for his election. And sure, that might be true. And if you're saying you really don't care, well, I know. I don't know if anybody does, but just listen to the rest of the story. So they're saying that he is withholding money and calling the president of Ukraine and asking the president of Ukraine to reopen an investigation into Hunter Biden. And he's doing this because he wants to dig up some dirt on Joe Biden because he thinks he will be the next nominee from the Democratic Party. He thinks he will probably be his opponent. So he's dug up that. And he's telling the president to dig that back up, to reopen that investigation. And I guess this pissed people off so much. And by the way, I think part of the reason they're so pissed off is because Ukraine's apparently one of our allies, and he was withholding. He was telling them that we're not giving you all the free money that we give you all the time, all the handouts that we just give your country. Unless you reopen this investigation. That's apparently what he did. And by the way, yeah, you're like, well, I don't want to give them any money. Yeah, I know. I don't either. That's another reason why this is, because I don't think we should be giving any country any money anywhere. I think, every country should just be handling their own economy, and we shouldn't be, and the United States is $22 trillion in debt, so we've got no fucking business handing out money to people. That's ridiculous. That's for people that have no debt. But that's a huge issue, and then Trump is apparently trying to dig up all this dirt on his opponent, which is another big scandal because there was already, a big quote-unquote scandal because there was already the business in the 2016 election with the election being interfered with. So this is basically the Democrats' point of view. And by this point, you're like, I don't give a fuck about Ukraine. You're probably thinking to yourself, like, I don't give a shit about this. And you're probably right. I think the majority of the country doesn't. And that's why I say they'd be better off using, if they want to impeach Trump, the Democrats would be better off using the fucking, the obstruction charge, the pending obstruction charge when he leaves office to impeach him, that would be more believable and acceptable because they can't impeach him for colluding with Russia because they didn't find that in the Mueller report. They can try him for obstruction, but that would be their best bet. I think this whole Ukraine thing is gonna fucking blow up in their face because this is ridiculous. But I've got a video for you, and it's none other than Little Miss AOC. Oh yeah, baby, AOC. So let's see how sexy she looks. And for those of you that have been watching the Twitch feed, you've actually already seen clips of this when I've been switching around the video files today. But I'm going to switch over, and I'm going to run this on the Twitch feed actually now. And you can watch this live at twitch.xblnbluenorth.com. But you can listen to the clip anyway if you're just listening. But let's hear what Miss Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez had to say on the subjects. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, sexy Lexi, as I like to say, because she is very sexy. And by the way, she looks great in this shot. Hair's kind of parted off to the side a little bit. Her face is perfect. Oh, her skin is like milky almond chocolate, red kissable lips, doe eyes. Oh man, she is one sexy señorita. Well, let's hear a bunch what she has to say on the subject because this woman's got opinions.
The country matters so much.
Well, I think one of the things that we've been seeing out of the president is that he has been engaging in continuously escalating, disturbing behavior. He's been
continually escalatingly disturbing behavior. Oh man, come on. Well, I don't know. It is disturbing, I guess, because I don't know. I guess if he's doing it for his own political opinion, for his own political gain, I guess it's disturbing. I don't fucking know. I really don't care personally, but I guess I see where they're coming from. Or I'm trying my best to anyway, because I personally don't care. I'd be fine if he got impeached. I don't give a shit.
Breaking larger norms and bigger rules as time goes on. But what makes this Ukrainian allegation much more serious, first of all, is
Okay, let's hear why this is actually serious from Sexy Lexi.
That this is a very serious matter of national security. We are talking about the president using the full power of the United States government in order to pursue and manufacture a politically motivated investigation against a political opponent. But what also makes this urgent is that this is about something that is going to happen, the 2020 election. We have the opportunity to act.
She's saying a whole lot of nothing here, isn't she? I'm just really not. And I pause this. And if you're watching the feed, I pause this at a great frame too, because oh my god. In fact, as a matter of fact, I'm actually just gonna screenshot this while I've got this up. And if you're watching the Twitch feed, because this is seriously the most memeable AOC Chris Cuomo picture you've ever seen. It's seriously super memeable. And I'm gonna snap this actually, and I'll post. Yeah, that was the sound of me snapping that, because that is a funny. I just happened to pause it at the perfect frame. That's so memeable. I'll post that in the Discord in a second for you guys to do what you need to do with it. But this is a hilarious shot. Sexy Lexi's got her smile like yes, like her smile like she's asking a question to Chris Cuomo, and Chris Cuomo is like, I'm skeptical. It's a pretty funny face. Let's keep listening.
Now to prevent a profoundly destabilizing action and intervention in our democracy before it happens. And I think that is a profoundly urgent action that we need to take right now. And everything else is just as serious. You know, all of these transgressions against our democracy are extremely serious, but we are investigating things that have unfortunately already happened. When it comes to Ukraine, we are talking about a potential meddling in the 2020 election that has still yet to happen.
Who do you think fed her all this stuff? I mean, and like, I also want to know, I mean, do you think anybody in the 2020 election who knew about Joe Biden's son, do you think that's going to change anybody's opinion about Trump or anybody's opinion about Joe Biden if he's the nominee? I mean, I really don't think it will. I think if anything, what's gonna sway the opinions, unfortunately, of most people is gonna be this another like act, this another like far reach of desperation by the left to just try to like find anything they can to get Donald Trump impeached. And look, I don't like this guy. Like, I don't care. But the statistics are true. 57 to 37 against impeachment are the statistics right now. I mean, that's really not looking good. And I'm sure part of that is not even people that like Donald Trump, but just people that don't want the country torn apart any more than it already is, because the country's fucking torn apart. It's tearing apart. And unfortunately, part of it has to do with this fucking nonsense that's been going on the past 3 years with Rachel Alex Jones Maddow, as I like to say. But I really appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. You've been listening to James Journal on XBLN Bully Network. Been broadcast for around an hour and a half. I hope I entertained you guys. Make sure you tune in next Friday night for Reorb 2.0. Drop them song requests in there in the meantime. I'll try to get to them next Friday night. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.
All night. Yes, we are gonna control the dance hall. All night, yes. Because I sound upon the left and I sound upon the right. DJ never fuss, DJ never fight. People need a black and me say people need a white. Nobody never fuss, me say nobody never fight. Control the dance hall tonight. I say we are gonna control the dance hall all night long. Yes, we are gonna control the dance hall tonight. I say we are gonna control the dance hall all night, yes. Because our worries are trouble, our trials like shame. DJ a flash lyrics a flow like rain. You fling too short and a pure blood stain. When we take a